Voter registration data shows GOP gaining voters in a hot swing state. That hot swing state is Arizona. The GOP crossed the threshold of 1.5 million registered voters in the state in Arizona, staking out a numerical advantage of 137,000 more Republicans than Democrats. Abby, again, we're talking about the wheels coming off for the left, for the establishment. We're looking at 2022. Abby, this is spectacular news, I think, for Republicans.
Oh, it's absolutely spectacular because now the Democrats are driving around a car on their rims.
Yes. Like a bat out of hell from Ottawa.
Right. So, I mean, I feel like it's inevitable that these swings were going to happen, and it's great news for the Republicans. Everyone's been predicting the red wave of the 2022 midterm elections, and this seems to just kind of really shore it up. I'm not trying to predict the future, but if you look at the statistics, it's what's coming down the pipeline. So having these numbers confirmed, you're like, okay, here we go.
Yep. And this, I think this is so useful going into 2022 and then 2024. I think it's going to be much harder for the left to have any credibility if what happens in the election in 2024, if what happened in 2020 happens in 2024. I think it's going to be exceptionally hard for Democrats to say, oh, no, we really did win Arizona.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. If we're going in with 150,000 voter advantage,
you're just losing deniability.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that was the problem with an enormous amount of this. All right. We're over time. Just quick thing, Ukraine. So that's the last thing. Canada is kind of international. They're also sort of just our hat, America's hat. So it's kind of domestic too. Let's talk about Ukraine super quickly. Joe Biden has just now, this is fairly late breaking, has just decided to send troops to Eastern Europe and to Ukraine specifically. He's sending them to counter the buildup of troops that Vladimir Putin has got on the border of Ukraine in Russia and Belarus. Essentially, I've got powder keg written on my little list of things to talk about. It really is a powder keg.
Right.
If something goes wrong there, it goes wrong on a nuclear level.
On a very big level.
Yeah, on a nuclear scale. So Biden's got a problem. We've talked about this before. He's viewed as weak. Putin's going to step all over him. So Biden's only option, if he doesn't want to appear weak, if he wants to show everybody he's strong, is to do something that could incite an international conflict.
Right.
On Russia's front porch.
Yes.
I don't see that being good looking down the barrel of 2022.
No. It's not good. And we're dragging Europe into it. I mean, Europe was already in a tough spot with this. So some would argue that, we're just coming along to help the rest of Europe. But I mean, just everyone concerned, which is everyone in the world now.
Yeah.
This is a terrible move that is just really ticking off Moscow. And it is a horrible look to be on the verge, even if nothing comes of it, to be this close to being on the verge of World War III. Absolutely damning for the Biden administration.
You know what is so sad here is that Biden could actually take Trump's take on all of this and say, listen, we don't want to be embroiled in foreign affairs. Yes, we'll give you some military equipment, but look, we're not, it's your problem. Yeah. I'm sorry, Russia's right next door, but you've had to deal with it for your entire history.
You can fund Ukraine out to wazoo.
But Biden can't do it because, remember, we were waiting for the Biden administration to come in because we wanted the adults in the room again. And the adults for 20 plus years, and then back in the entirety of the Cold War, they were ready to prosecute wars like this.
Right.
Trump was the one who broke that. And Biden can't look like Trump.
It's like you could argue that, but I think back to the fact that when it comes to Trump and Putin having a conversation, Putin used to be the one when meeting with Trump where he would have the flashcards. Now the adults are holding flashcards with meeting with Putin, and Putin's sitting there smirking. Like, it just shows this power shift, and I don't think that Putin would even be daring to do that if Trump were in office. I mean, that would be my counter argument.
Well, he didn't.
He didn't do it.
I mean, they're fomenting a little bit of, they're fomenting revolution in the East.